it might be a smart thing to tap into some of that equity and do some upgrades. Plan for retirement, go on a vacation,
Yep.
spend it on your grandkids.
There you go. LoanDepot.com, exactly. Spend on your kids or your grandkids.
Yeah.
Again, we're here talking to our buddy Jeremy Lives at Loan Depot. So get me started. Of course, you're the only Loan Depot in the Tri-Cities that starts and stops with you. So step me through the process. I'll make the phone call, and what do we do from there?
9 times out of 10, we do speak to the person over the phone real quick just to get their, I like to get their story, what's going on, how they're wanting to set up the file and all that stuff. And then I shoot them a text with the link. They do the online application. It takes them about 15 minutes. Comes straight back to me. Then I set everything up. If I have any more questions, I just give them a call. And usually after that, I just send out their pre-approval letter, or not, depending on the situation.
But most of the time, you get them approved.
Oh yeah, I mean we're pretty lenient when it comes to the mortgage side of it as far as credit goes. I mean, really, unless there's just something huge out there, there's not too many reasons to get denied.
Yep.
But those people already know it before they even call you. Usually.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
LoanDepot.com. So what you pride yourself on is being lightning quick.
Yeah, and thorough actually. I mean, we do a lot of, I hate to say it, cleanups from other lenders. Mm-hmm. So I think if some of these other lenders would have actually done their homework up front, chances are we would never got to talk to these people. But we do a lot of second-hand mortgages, I guess, would be after the fact that they've already been denied by somebody else, and we structure it a little differently and try to figure it out and get it done.
Yep. VA loans, FHA loans.
Yeah.
Tell me the different products you off the top of your head.
VA, FHA, USDA, conventionals. Depending on your time frame, 30, 15 years, we can do anything in between, and we're closing within 30 days or less.
Yep. Social media. How do we get started? Call you or go to LoanDepot.com?
I would actually, the best way is to type my name into Google, and then my page just comes right up.
There you go.
And it'll send you straight to my web page. If you say Loan Depot, it'll probably take you to the corporate page, and it's just, I'd say it's more work to get to me.
Exactly.
So you just type my name, it goes straight to me.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Jeremy Livesey, Loan Depot. Just type in Jeremy Livesey. His page pops up, and away you go, right?
That's right.
That's good. Love it, love it, love it. Love promoting this gentleman. Again, they do a great job. The only Loan Depot office in the entire Tri-Cities located in Johnson City. But you cover Tennessee and other states too, right?
I am licensed now in Tennessee, Virginia, North and South Carolina. So we are doing a lot here lately. We started doing the beach homes and second homes and vacation homes, like Myrtle Beach, Hilton Head area and stuff like that.
Love it.
So it's not a bad
not a bad gig. Not a bad gig. Jeremy Livesey at Loan Depot, one of our great sponsors. Love having him on the show. One of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Let's go back to we had her on a few minutes ago. Let's go back to the phone, and she's here. Diana from Double C Western Supply. Got a lot of Hey Dude shoes. Good morning. Tell us what's going on.
Yes, good morning. Yes, we are very excited. We just got a huge shipment of Hey Dude shoes in. We've been waiting on these for about 2 years, so we're very excited to get them in. And like I said, we've got about 600 pair in stock, so we've got plenty to choose from right now. Women's and men's. We've not got our children's in. Hopefully we'll get them in sometime whenever they get caught up on their end, but we've got some women's and men's, plenty to choose from right now.
So you have different colors, you have different sizes, so you had 600 pairs. Kind of describe some of the pairs, would you please?
Sure, yeah. In the women's, we carry sizes 5 through 12. I believe we've got 14 different styles of those to choose from. We've got some blacks, some gray, some cheetahs, some camo, some white, even some tans, and like a blue denim for the women. And then in the men's, we carry sizes 7 through 15, and we've got 11 different styles in those. Colors in those are blacks, gray, camo, brown, sand kind of color. We've got a gray with turquoise and a camo. My favorite And the men's is this, they call it a grade patriotic, and it's just a gray, like flag print on the shoe. It's really, really neat looking. So lots to choose from and lots in stock.
Absolutely. It's all on Double C Western Supply on Railroad Street in Elizabethton. And again, you have some Chacos left. Not many. Tell us about the Chacos. Are half price.
We do have some Chacos left. The men's and women's that we have left are 50% off. Some are as low as $20 with that discount. So several to choose from still in the women's. I don't think we've got many men's left on that sale price. We do have a few, but not very many. I'm looking at 2 pair right here. That would be half of 55. What's that, Tom? 27.50.
27.50. Yep, all day long.
Yep. So we've got some really good prices on those Chacos that are 50% off. We've also got the kid Chacos. They're not 50% off, but we've got lots of those to choose from still.
We're here at Food City in Boones Creek. We're talking to Diana. So all this is going on social media. Tell us about that, and certainly the hours are open.
Yeah, sure. We're on Instagram. We're also on Facebook. We have a Facebook business page, and we also have a Facebook group page. We're also on TikTok, so you can find us on all 3 of those by searching Double C Western Supply. And if you follow our group page, you'll get notifications when the new items come in. So it's a great way to keep up with the new items and what's coming in and all the hey dudes that came in. So the social media is our way of getting the word out about our new items. Also, right now on social media, we're doing a giveaway for 2 free tickets on Instagram and 2 free tickets on Facebook for the rodeo in Mountain City this weekend. So all we ask is that you like and share and that kind of thing, and get the word out about the rodeo and about our store. So we'll be giving those away today. So if you want to go to our social media pages, that'll be a great way to maybe get to go to the rodeo this weekend for free.
There you go. Good job. So we'll be talking to you up tonight.
Yeah.
Hours are open again at the store?
Great. Hours are Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 4.
There you go. Thank you, dear. And we'll see you. I think I'm there next Thursday. I think. Let me see. Let me double check.
Yeah. Next Thursday.
The 15th we'll be there selling hey dudes.
Show and tell.
That's it. Show and tell dudes.
Showing the new hey dudes. We got plenty to show.
Yeah, you got it. So thank you. Thank you. I'll see you Thursday.
Thank you, Tom.
Yep.
Have a good day.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good job as always. Again, Diana from Double C Western Supply. Let's run down high school football tonight. Coming up top of the hour, Doug Fritz is going to join us, do a picking panel, see what he thinks. A little bit later on, Mike Lunsford, head football coach of the Hampton Bulldogs, is going to join us. And Jeff Beverly to break down tomorrow's Tennessee-Pittsburgh game in Pittsburgh. 6-point underdog, the Pitt Panthers. You know that's on the bulletin board. You're the home team. You're higher ranked than the team coming into town, and you're the 6-point underdog. You got to know Narduzzi, the coach of Pitt's, got that smeared all over that, I would think, the locker room bulletin board. I would, to be the home team and be ranked higher than Tennessee coming into town, and yet on your home field, you're ranked higher than the team coming in, and you're still a 6-point underdog. Yeah, I would think that would get the bulletin board. It would for me if I was the coach. All right, last night Hancock County played at Cumberland Gap. Tonight, here's who's playing. Crockett at Dobbins Bennett. Science Hill goes to Knoxville to take on the defending state champ Knox Powell. Morristown East at Campbell County. Knox Halls will play at Jeff County tonight. Heritage at William Blount to battle the Governors. Cherokee at Clinton. Tennessee Howell go to Carnes to battle the Beavers tonight. Cobb County at Seymour. Here's a good one. Top ranked Greeneville in 4A and number 10 in the state in 5A. The Morristown West Trojans undefeated both of them tonight at Burke Tony Stadium in Morristown. It'll be a good football game. At least on paper it should. I mean, it is. Let's see if it really will be. But on paper, going in, it is a good matchup. Number 1 against number 10, Greeneville versus Morristown West. It is Johnson County at Sullivan East tonight. You have Unicoi County at Happy Valley to battle the Warriors. Chucky Doak at Granger. Claiborne at Northview Academy tonight. Hampton hosting Cloudland. We'll talk to Coach Lunsford later in the show today. Unaka will travel to Nicholsville, across the state line, take on the Fighting Titans of Twin Springs. And, of course, tomorrow night at 7:30, I've been telling you about Jellicoe at North Green. Our game tonight, Cyclones, we are going to be video and audio. Yay! We'll be at William B. Green Jr. Stadium. Richard Van Huss, Cassidy Fowler, and yours truly bringing it to you. 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff. Moved up a half hour than normal. 7 o'clock kickoff tonight. Tickets are on sale, again, at the gate at $10. You get it online. I think it's either I think it's GoFan. Go to GoFan, get them now, or just get them when you get to the gate. So it'll be, again, 6:30. Both bands will be there tonight. The Betsy Band will be there. The Boone Band will be there. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great atmosphere. The weather is much better than last week's steam bath down in Greeneville. So it's going to be a little cooler, a little bit more football-like-ish, I guess. It's still going to be great weather, but it's still going to be just a twinge cooler than it was last week. In fact, I can tell you real fast let's see what, out of curiosity, what it is going to be. We're here live at Food City in Boones Creek. We'll run down the specials coming up here in just a second. So let's see what we got for tonight. I'm excited as far as the weather are for the kickoff. Let's see, hit the hourly, and we'll go 7 o'clock kickoff, 76 degrees. So by the end of the game tonight, should be back down around 70. Very, very pleasant for the football game tonight. No rain in the forecast, so it's going to be a great football Friday night across Northeast Tennessee for all the games, including our broadcast again. The Cyclones against the number 7 team in 5A football in the entire state, the very talented Daniel Boone Trailblazers. So we'll hit it again at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Richard Van Us, Cassidy Fowler producing, and I'll bring you the play-by-play. Last week we were blessed to have 15 states, folks watching or listening to the broadcast. This week you'll get a chance to watch it and listen. We'll be on video and audio. We'll have the camera back tonight. Again, the only place we're not allowed to have the camera for whatever reason. People ask me this all week, and I don't know the answer. Look, I'm an old country boy. I go with the flow. I just roll with it. And they say no camera, no video in Greeneville, so we don't do it. It's just that simple. So it is that which it is. All right. Let's see. Top of the hour, Doug's going to join us. We'll take a quick break. Come right back. Got some more sports. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball coming up next, right after this break. The Braves, great weekend. See what they can do against the New York Mets. Of course, they've got the Braves in Seattle tonight, so we'll see how that rolls. Quick break. We'll be right back. We are live here at Food City. Let's, as we go to the break, run down a couple of specials. These deal for days at all Food Cities today and tomorrow. New York strip steak, $6.99 a pound. Baby back pork ribs for $2.99. You have the Oscar Mayer bacon for $7.99. Loose corn, 12 ears for $5 today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. Again, that's right around 42 cents an ear. Terry's potato chips, $1.69 a bag. The Coke products, you have six-pack of half-liter bottles, 4 for $12.98. That's going on here at all Food City locations. We're in Boones Creek. Powerade, you've got the 8-pack of 20-ounce bottles, $3.99. Eggs, a dozen eggs. Food Club large eggs for $1.99, limit 2. Dunkin' coffee, $5.99. Little Debbie snack cakes, 3 for $5 today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. You have Totino's Pizza Roll for $7.49 and Nature Valley granola bars for $1.99. All that and more. That's on the front side of the paper. Sell paper, and then we got some mums. There's a mum right here. I'm going to go get it here in the break and show it. Absolutely gorgeous. Burgundy mum. I mean, it is beautiful. Major League Baseball. We'll take a look at it next after this in Food City on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher that can offer seafood meal prep, suggest the perfect sides to pair, and even steam and peel your shrimp. All at no extra cost. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
I bet he'd be great at helping with the laundry.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Again, pro football last night, all the expectations were there, but didn't come to be. Buffalo Bills all over the Rams. Super Bowl champion Rams, 31-10. It was a butt whooping last night in Inglewood, California. So the Bills, this season's Super Bowl favorites, according to some of the folks out there in predictability land, if you will, went full steam ahead in the second half, scoring touchdowns on 3 straight possessions. Matthew Stafford led them. Again, intercepting quarterback Matthew Stafford twice in the second half alone. So, again, Josh Allen, the boys had a butt whooping going on, and they did last night. It was 31-10, the Bills over the Rams again in Inglewood, California. So for us, AFC West boys, because we follow the Raiders. Oh, baby. We're going to who we kicking? We're kicking somebody Sunday. I don't even know who we're playing. I'm so confident they're going to whip them. I don't even know who they're playing. Let's see, the Raiders play who? They're playing against the Chargers on Sunday afternoon. Oh, that's ugly. They're going to be ugly. They're going to be a Swiffer time. We're going to mop them up. So, anyway, that's coming up. And that's what happened last night in pro football. All right, college football, 2 games tonight. Louisville goes to Central Florida and battles the Black Knights. And Boise State will be at New Mexico tonight in college football. We'll run down everybody going on. What is your tale on tonight's game, Tom? My tale is it's going to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. You're going to see, I'm predicting you're going to see a different, listen to me, Dobbins, I'm looking at this page. You're going to see a different Elizabethton team tonight. So that's what I'm predicting. So beyond that, I can't tell you. I just know it's going to be a hard-hitting game. Boone wants to bury Elizabethton. Everybody wants to bury Elizabethton. They're tired of hearing about 2 state championships and state runner-up, and I certainly get that. Elizabethton wants to win and get things turned around and get their first win of the season for the Cyclones. So beyond that, I couldn't tell you. I mean, there's a lot of what-ifs in the ball game, but I just think the team that settles down plays. And, of course, it's the same thing every game. Every football game, you can go all you want to go, but it always comes down to the blocking and tackling up front, the lines, who's going to control the line, the offense or defensive line, who's going to take control, and the kicking game. I mean, the kicking game is always huge. Boone's got a guy that's arguably the best kicker in the state. Ben Shrewsbury is an excellent kicker. It's a big-time weapon. So the guy can hit field goals, I think, consistently from 45 in. Every time he kicks off, it's an automatic touchback, which is a big-time weapon. You always got to start at the 20 on the automatic touchback. So they got a very, very good football team. There's no question, Daniel Boone. Would they like to plow under the Cyclones? Oh, yeah. Everybody wants to plow under the Cyclones, and I get that. Everybody's tired of hearing about the rings and the state runner-ups and all that. So they want their shots at them. And, of course, when you're on top, I mean, the Rams found that out last night. Everybody's going to give you the best shot. And the Bills hammered them last night, 31-10. So when you're the top dog, everybody gets the best shot, and we've been the top dog for the last 3 years. So we better strap it on, and I think we will, and get ready, or it could be a long night. But I think you're going to have a great football game tonight. I think it's going to be a old-fashioned, typical Daniel Boone Elizabethton football game. Hard-hitting, slobber knocker. I don't know if it's going to be. It's either going to be, 14-10, something like that, a real close played game, or it's going to be I wouldn't say a blowout. It's going to be a high-scoring affair. I don't think it's going to be a middle of the road. I think it's going to be a low-scoring defensive struggle. It's going to be, pick something, 28-27 game, whatever. But I'm purely the broadcaster there, Mr. Wilson. So asking me is like asking that bottle of ranch dressing over there. I'm just the guy who shows up and calls the game. But I am excited about doing it, and we're doing it on video tonight too, video and audio. All right, baseball from yesterday. Washington beat the Cardinals, cooled them off a little bit. Reds over the Cubs. Milwaukee beat San Francisco. Miami beat Philadelphia. Minnesota beat the Yankees again. Milwaukee doubled up San Francisco 4-2. And the White Sox hammered Oakland 14-2. Here's the numbers, by the way, on Daniel Norris, who's now with Detroit. In 6 games, he's made 2 starts. He's appeared in 17 innings. He's given up 17 hits, 4 home runs, 6 walks, 11 strikeouts in 17 innings. He's got 9 earned runs. His ERA is 4.67. Not the best, but it's better than it was. It's coming down. But Norris, again, still throwing in the bigs, representing all of us in Northeast Tennessee and the Tri-Cities, and, of course, from Johnson City Science Hill High School. So Daniel Norris still coming out, looks like coming out of the pen now more than starting for Detroit on the big club. All right, tonight, who's playing where? We got one day game. San Francisco and the Cubs at Wrigley. Everything else under the lights tonight. Where are the Braves? The Braves on the left coast are taking on Seattle at 9:40. Robbie Ray for Seattle, and Charlie Morton will go for the Braves. They trail the Mets by a half game. The Mets are in Miami tonight. You have St. Louis at Pittsburgh, Boston at Baltimore. Tampa Bay and the Yankees are head-to-head. The Yankees lead Tampa Bay by only 4.5 games. If Tampa Bay could sweep all 4 games, you would leave Yankee Stadium a half game out. So Tampa Bay and the Yankees are head-to-head starting tonight in Yankee Stadium. Washington at Philadelphia, Toronto at Texas, Detroit at Kansas City. The Angels will be in Houston to battle the Astros. Cincinnati plays in Milwaukee. Cleveland, Minnesota head-to-head. Right now, that is a Minnesota-Chicago trails Cleveland by a game and a half, so the Guardians will be in Minnesota tonight to take on the Twinkies. See how that goes. Arizona, Colorado. the Dodgers in San Diego. We watched him, she and I watched him on Labor Day. We watched Mike Clevenger pitch. That's the guy pitter-patters his feet when he delivers the pitch. It's really cool. I thought he had something wrong with his feet. Kept watching, what is he doing? So he would sit there and he goes like this, his feet. Before he releases the ball, he kind of pitter-patters on the mound. Kind of cool. It's a different delivery. And I remember him. He kind of stands out, obviously. He'll be on the hill for the San Diego Padres against the Dodgers. White Sox in Oakland. And as we said, the Braves will be in Seattle. Game 1 of that set at T-Mobile Park in Seattle, Washington. We are live again at Food City on a Food City Friday. Check this out. Is this not gorgeous? Got Doug Fritz going to join us coming up next to do some predicting of high school football. Look at that. Look at these mums. Absolutely gorgeous. Just getting ready to start popping. Look at that. These are burgundy. They got yellow. They got orange. They got white. They got some kind of reddish color. It's not quite burgundy. This is called a lagoon purple, as a matter of fact. And so this is a 3-quart mum. Got them again in stock, on sale. The mums are here. It's that time of year, folks. It's late summer. Fall's around the corner. It feels a little bit like it, too, quite frankly. It does feel a little bit like it. So, and that's okay, too. 'Tis the season. We're in September. So, countdown to Christmas, by the way. We're 107 days to Christmas Day. How about that? 107 days to Christmas Day, if you're counting it, and we are. So, all right, let's try to see the price point of the mums. There are the mums. They are $5.99 for the mums right now. That's a great price. They're brand spanking new. Just got them in, and look here, they haven't even popped out yet. Some of them, I'll show you here real quick. See the little buds? They're not popping. Some are popping, some aren't or haven't, but they will. So, good stuff. We'll take a break, come right back. Again, Doug Fritz joins us coming up next. We'll do some high school football predicting. We are live here again. We're on the road at Food City and Boones Creek on show number 1698. Monday, 1699, and Tuesday we're going to hit a pretty good milestone. Show number 1700. Tuesday will be at the Jewelers Bench with Sherry and the gang and John and all the kids there at Jewelers Bench in Elizabeth. Looking forward to doing that. And folks already in there doing some Christmas shopping already. But we're going to be down by the time we get there on Tuesday, 106 today, tomorrow 105, Sunday 104, Monday 103. You're talking right around 102 days till Christmas. When we're over there on Tuesday, it would be a good time to take a look at what could we do? We could get in there and we could do some layaways for Christmas. 'Tis the season. It's not that far away, folks. Tom, it's September. Let us enjoy the fall. Well, we are. But we also know, the store's been in Christmas since July, for crying out loud. So it's okay to mention it. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk to Doug Fritz next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
How about new furniture for only $1 a day? At Cannon's, you can get your new furniture for about $1 a day and pay no interest. Over 700 items for only $1 a day. Plus, it's all in stock. No waiting, and you could be enjoying your new furniture tonight. Come to Cannon's today and save.
Talking to our buddy Greg Wappel. Let's talk oil changes. In, out, on your way. Tell us about getting an oil change of Abilene Express Care.
No need for an appointment. Reservation, just come in. It's a pull-through service. We're going to be here about 15 minutes. We got new customer forms out there. If you've not been here before, we're going to take your basic information, and we're going to put that car in the database right there. It's going to pull up everything Josh needs to know. We got Josh on the bottom today, so he's going to clear it, make sure everything's good before they start, and since that process starts, he's going to drop it. He's going to check all the fluids up top. He's going to air the tires up. He's going to check the wipers. He's going to reset that maintenance light, and in and out in about 15 minutes.
Yep. If you're here more than 15 minutes, there's something wrong, right?
There's something wrong. Abilene comes in and checks us quarterly. They come in top to bottom, make sure the products where they should be, make sure the products are what they should be, and make sure we're running it. Abilene, at the end of the day, has the top quick lube program
in the country.
In the country.
3 oil changes: conventional, semi-synthetic, max life, and full synthetic. You have 3 to choose from, right?
We got 3 to choose from. We've got everything from 020. We've got 016 now, ultra thin, and some of the new stuff's gone for that. 540, 1540, 030, 040, 530, 520, 1030. We've got those in conventional. Most of those zeros are going to be synthetic or full synthetic or synthetic blend. But if If your car calls for it, we've got it.
Hours you're open?
We are open 8 to 5:30 through the week, 8 to 2 on Saturday.
You're in, you're out, you're on your way here on Railroad Street in Elizabethton. Again, look for all the U-Hauls. You know you're right at the right place, the Valvoline Express Care. They don't mess around, folks. You stay in your vehicle, you pay out there, you stay if there's any questions, and, of course, you will be asked to start it back up and all that, so that aids in getting you out in a quick time. So 15 minutes or less, you're out of here, folks. I'm telling you. And the last time I had mine done, 12 minutes and 24 seconds, so they don't mess around. You're in, you're out, you're on your way. Valvoline Express Care, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Football and Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Need help finding that perfect gift? Jeweler's Bench provides the highest quality jewelry at incredible prices, providing unique jewelry for all occasions. With our own jeweler in-house, we offer custom-made pieces, as well as general maintenance and repair services. Whether you're shopping for yourself or someone special, we can help make your holidays sparkle. Always remember, you get more for your money at the Jeweler's Bench.
From our family to yours, we would like to thank you for supporting our business for over 20 years.
And as always, we wish you a
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are live at Food City in Boones Creek on a Food City Friday. Run down a couple more special and get Doug on the phone. Talk a little high school football coming up next. A lot of big games tonight. Of course, our game, Elizabeth and Boone. Excuse me, 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff. Crockett, Dobbins, Bennett, Cloudland, Hampton. Got some good ones. We'll talk to Coach Lunsford a little bit later in the show, too. And as we said, we're going to be talking to Jeff Beverly about the Tennessee-Pittsburgh matchup as well. Here's some more specials at all Food Cities today and tomorrow. Let's run them down for you. Some of these on the back side of the paper. Oscar Mayer sandwich meat, $5.99. Valdalia onions, $2.99. Maple glazed ham, man, it'll slice any way you want to. It's good. Sandwich meat for $6.99. Macaroni salad for $2.49. Again, Craven and Flavor pizza, 3 for $10. Coffee Mate coffee creamers, $2.99. Those Snapple drink is $4.99. Take the bottom of this real quick. Kellogg's Special K cereal and Raisin Bran for $3.75 a box. Cheez-It Snack Caddies for $3.99, and also Betty Crocker Fruit Snacks 2 for $5, and then last but not least, Kellogg's Cereal Bars for $1.99 at all Food City locations. As promised, he joins us next. We'll be right back after this. We're live again, as we are. We're on the road. We are here again at Food City in Boones Creek on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Well, hello again. This is Pastor Fowler, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church. And I want to invite you to some special things we have going on this fall. I love the fall, the beautiful days, and it won't be long before the leaves will be turning. But I love the clear skies, and so we want to invite you to be with us September Sunday nights. We call it Singing and Preaching. And we have some special guests each Sunday night, and then some special music playing. Wants you to come be a part of that. And then also, don't forget, October the 8th, we'll have our Fall Festival for the young people, and that'll be Saturday afternoon, and then our homecoming on October 9th. So let's make the most of this fall and serve the Lord Jesus Christ with our lives.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's go to the ponies there. Our buddy Doug Fritz, sports writer, John City Press, Kingsport Times News. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Tom?
It is awesome. Well, I'm doing wonderful. We are blessed beyond words, and so we look at this weather, and what a perfect night for high school football. It's going to be in the upper 70s. The humidity won't be like we had it last week, and that steam bath down in Greeneville, and for all the teams, too. So a great football night Friday night. We've got several to talk about. Let's start with Science Hill traveling to Knox Powell to play the defending state champs, Knox Powell. What do you think about that game tonight?
Well, Powell's a little bit, they've got some injury concerns. I think if they were fully healthy, they'd be a sizable favorite. I think those injury concerns may close the gap a little bit if Science Hill can run the ball some. Effectively hold it, keep it out of their hands. They might have a chance to keep it close, but Powell's definitely favored, and I'll pick Powell at home. And, interesting game, too, after what happened in baseball season. I'm sure there'll be some thoughts about that.
Oh, yes. I would think very much so. Crockett at Dobbins Bennett tonight. Who you like in that game, Pioneers or the Indians at home?
Going to go with the Indians at home. I think this DB football team is really good. And Crockett's a good football team too, but DB I think is primed for a really big year, and I think they'll handle Crockett at home.
You have Greeneville tonight, the top-ranked team in the state in 4A, going to Morristown West, the number 10 team rather, in 5A. Both undefeated. Morristown West will go in at 3-0 and will be the Greeneville Green Devils. Who wins that one tonight? Greeneville or Morristown West in Morristown?
Going to definitely go with Greeneville there, but I think Morristown West is an improved team. I think they proved that last week. I think this is going to be a challenging game for Greeneville, but I'm going to stick with the Green Devils in this one.
Johnson County, the Longhorns looking for the first win of the season, go to Sullivan East tonight, take on the Patriots. Who wins that one? The Patriots at home or the visitors from Mountain City?
Don't go with the Patriots. I like the way they've been putting points on the board this year. I think that they've proven to do that, and if they can do that against Johnson County, they should be fine.
Unicoi County travels to Happy Valley Warriors Hill tonight, take on the Warriors. How do you like that game?
Going to go with Unicoi. I mean, they're off to a tremendous start. Both sides of the football, they're doing well, and I think they'll be able to take care of business there.
We're talking to Coach Lunsford here in a few minutes after we've finished visiting with you. So Hampton tonight hosting Cloudland. That's a good old backyard slobber knocker. Bulldogs or Cloudland tonight in Hampton?
I'm going to stick with Hampton. They've had the upper hand in that series, and I don't see any reason that's going to change this week.
All right, so you're taking the Hampton Bulldogs to win that. All right. And so who else we got? Unaka travels to Twin Springs, going across the state line to take on the Fighting Titans. You like Unaka or Twin Springs and Nicholsville?
Well, that's a tough one when they're playing outside the state and you don't know quite as much about some of these teams. Twin Springs isn't that far away. I'm gonna go with Twin Springs. I think it'll be a good competitive ball game. And after Unaka fell short last week against the Kentucky team, I'll go with the Virginia team this time.
The obvious game for us tonight, of course, is going to be a dandy again at East Tennessee State University. At early kickoff at 7 o'clock, and like the normal 7:30, it'll be Daniel Boone. Again, they are 7th in the state in 5A, and a very good football team, and they'll take on the Cyclones. 0-2 looking for the first win of the season. Haven't been beat, as everybody knows, besides Hill and Greeneville. So Boone has defeated South Green, West Ridge, and Cherokee in that order. So who do you like tonight, Daniel Boone or Elizabethton at ETSU?
Well, I definitely think Boone's the pick. I was talking to Tanner Cook the other day, and, I really think that, Elizabethton having played the type of teams they've played and Boone playing the people they played and the big atmosphere and everything coming together, I think that makes this a close ball game. But it's just so hard to pick against Boone. They have such an edge, and, every time they kick the ball, it's an edge for Boone. Whether it's a field goal to kick off or a punt, it's going to be an edge for Boone. Elizabethton's going to have long fields. They haven't proven they can move the football this year. So I think you have to pick Boone, but certainly think Elizabethton's capable of the upset, and they certainly need it. They need a win really bad.
Well, and you're exactly right about Ben Shrewsbury. This guy is the real deal. I mean, he kicks, I think, from 45 in. He can kick a field goal, and, of course, the kickoffs, he kicks them in the end zone virtually every time. I know he does every time. So that's a weapon that, and, again, I always go back to kicking game and who's going to handle or dominate the offensive and defensive line. That's always the key to the football games. And tonight, the kicking game very much advantaged Daniel Boone just because this kid, if he's not the best, one of the best kickers in the state in Ben Shrewsbury.
Yeah, he certainly is, and he hasn't really gotten, from what I understand, not the big time Power 5 offers, but he's one of the better kickers maybe in the whole Southeast. I mean, he's gotten very high ratings at some kicking camps and stuff, and it's just Elizabethton, and they've had an edge in the kicking game for quite a while, and so it's kind of a turn the tables type of thing for this matchup here. So it'll be interesting to see how that actually plays out once they kick off.
We are here live again at Food City in Boones Creek. Talking to our buddy Doug Fritz again from Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News. So some good football games tonight. Weather's going to be great, and so I think we covered all the biggies, the ones that is there any more down there? Let me see if there's any more. Tennessee High at Knox Carnes. The Vikings, I don't know anything about Carnes because they're in Knoxville, but Tennessee High, what's the story with them right now? They go in with a 1-1 football team. Can they win at Carnes tonight and beat the Beavers?
Well, they got that terrible start against Dobbins Bennett, and then they bounced back last week, put 35 on the board. So I'm a little more bullish on them than I was going into last week. I think Carnes is going to win, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring, close game. And of course, any time it's like that, it really comes down to whoever makes the plays towards the end of the game.
Later in the show, Jeff Beverly's going to join us talking about tomorrow's matchup, the Pitt Panthers and the Tennessee Volunteers. You got to know, I would think, I've been saying this all week, Pitt, 17th in the country, higher ranked. They're at home, and yet they're a 6-point underdog to Tennessee, who's 24th in the country. I would think Coach Narduzzi for the Pitt Panthers will have the bulletin board just splashed with underdog, underdog, underdog. Who wins that game tomorrow? What do you think for Tennessee going to Pitt? Can they win this game?
Well, I have to, if I'm going to be consistent with what I say, I've told people who've asked me, I think Tennessee can win 10 games this year. So to do that, you got to win 9 in the regular season and win your bowl game. And to do that, you got LSU, Georgia, and Alabama on the schedule. This is a game you got to win if you're going to get to 10, and unless you pull off an upset somewhere in those other ones. So, I think that I feel like that Tennessee's going to win this football game. They're going to score a bunch of points against everybody they play this year, including Alabama. And I think, to beat them, you've got to put up 35 points, somewhere in that neighborhood. Certainly Pittsburgh's capable of that. But I'm going with Tennessee in this one. They've got a tremendous offense. They've got a lot of veterans, and they're going to be okay, I think.
Your team, the Virginia Tech Hokies, they play Boston College at Lane Stadium tomorrow night. You like the Hokies after losing at Old Dominion? Do you like Boston College coming into Blacksburg and getting that win tomorrow night?
That was one of the more disappointing games that Virginia Tech fans have had to endure in a while because, you just thought, new coach, Old Dominion, he's going to set this right. And, they're just, they're going to erase that bitter memory of what happened last time. And then they come out and just play absolutely awful. Their special teams were terrible. The quarterback was extremely inconsistent and just made a lot of mistakes. So it's really, really hard to look at this game and think Virginia Tech's going to win based on that opening performance. And, but I need to be a benefit of the doubt person because you can't go after the coach after one game. That would be very short-sighted, and I don't want to be one of those people that does that. So I'm going to give Brent Pry the benefit of the doubt that he's corrected some of these very correctable mistakes, that he has his team ready to play this time, and I go with Virginia Tech.
The biggest game tomorrow on the football schedule will be, there's only one, and it's going to be an upset. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. 8th-ranked Notre Dame hosting the Marshall Thundering Herd tomorrow afternoon at Notre Dame Stadium. Fighting Irish going down. My Thundering Herd, my alma mater, going to go up there and put a whipping on them. What do you think? Are you with me, or you going to stay with Notre Dame?
Well, here I got a little tidbit for you that you may not have thought of. See, I watched Marshall's quarterback play for Virginia Tech against Old Dominion, and I figure, well, they don't have him anymore, so they probably got a better chance of beating Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I would pick Notre Dame there, but I admire your loyalty, and we'll see what happens.
There you go. Yeah. In reality, probably won't, but gosh, man can dream, can he? Alabama, Texas. What happens there tomorrow at 12 o'clock? The Crimson Tide going to roll over? The Tide's going to roll, or has Texas got something for them in Texas?
Of all the times you've asked me on this show my pick when Alabama's involved, who have I picked?
Alabama. So.
And I'll stick with that. I'm not changing that because I'm going to be right about 90% of the time, no matter what.
Florida jumps into the top 25 last week by jumping all the way up to 12th and beating Utah. They'll host Kentucky tomorrow night. Kentucky 20th in the country. First time these two teams have both been ranked at the same time we play each other. Is Florida for real under Billy Napier? They're 12th in the country now. They've got Kentucky tomorrow night, and Ken Stoops and the Wildcats beat them down the swamp.
No, Kentucky can't beat them down there, I don't think. I don't know if I want to jump on the Florida bandwagon yet. That's too high of a jump for beating Utah. I don't have that kind of respect for Utah. So, but I think it's just really tough to win the swamp. Most of the time I'm going to pick Florida in the swamp unless they're playing Alabama or, Ohio State or somebody like that. So, that Kentucky's good. I don't want to sell them short, but that's one of those environments where they're not going to do too well, I don't think.
All right, last one. East Tennessee State goes to the Citadel tomorrow down in Charleston, the Battle of the Bulldogs. You like Citadel at home or the East Tennessee State Bucks on the road?
Seems like an easy pick with ETSU, but when you're playing a team that runs the type of offense that the Citadel runs, it makes you a little nervous because, I used to hate it when Virginia Tech played Georgia Tech when Johnson was down there and they ran that stinking wishbone, and I just don't like it. And But we'll go with ETSU and be confident that the Corals there is already off to a good start to continue that trek forward.
Where are the lads going to be tonight? Who's covering what games for the John City Press? Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be at the ETSU Dome at the Green Stadium, and get a chance to watch that one. That's going to be really interesting. And Tanner's going to make the trek down to Knoxville to take Science Hill. First time he's covered Science Hill. He's excited about that. So should be some interesting stuff.
Mr. Birchfield will be where tonight?
Mr. Birchfield, I believe Mr. Birchfield's doing around that time. I think he is, because I think we got Johnny Wilson on the DB Crockett game. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong there, but my memory's failing me right there. But I believe that's the way we're doing it tonight.
Well, you got them all covered. That's the bottom line. So we'll read about it tomorrow in the John City Press. I may see you tonight at the stadium. Hope so. Always. All
right.
Always enjoy seeing my buddy Doug Pritz either here on the show or certainly in person. So thank you, and we'll see you over there tonight. Thank you for your time, sir, as always.
Thank you, Tom.
Yep, good man right there, buddy. Doug Fritz, appreciate him very much. Mike Lunsford joins us coming up next. The head football coach of the Hampton Bulldogs. He got a big one coming up tonight, of course, against Cloudland. That's the one where you can throw the record books out the window because it's not going to matter. Because it's the old-fashioned slobber knocker ready to go. Hampton, the Bulldogs hosting Cloudland tonight. We're live here at Food City in Boones Creek on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 1698. Here's the verse of the day out of the book of Psalms. Psalms 91:2 says, man, this is not good. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. Fortress like a fort. He'll run, he protects you, runs interference for you. He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, and on him I lean and rely, and in him I confidently trust. Wow, that's a good stuff. Psalms 91:2. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, and on him I lean and rely, and in him I confidently trust. Just got to tell you, if you're out there and you don't lean, I don't see how you do it. I just don't see how people make it. I mean, with everything going on and just the world's, I don't know if it's going crazy, but it sure is different. And so, it says, on him I lean and rely, and in him I confidently trust, and I do. If I didn't, I'd be in the loony bin probably. It'd be bananas. So, Psalms 91:2, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, and on him I lean and rely, and in him I confidently trust. That's the verse of the day here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Quick break. We'll come right back. We'll get ready to take a look at what else we got. Top 25 college football. Big games tomorrow. Some big, some not. That's how it works every week. We'll take a break, and we'll take a look at them right after this from Food City. We're live here at Food City in Boones Creek on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 1698.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
What's your definition of fresh? At Food City, ours starts every morning as our certified butchers hand-cut everything you see behind the counter fresh that day. Fresh also means our beef is ground in the store several times a day, time-stamped with the hour it was ground. That's a fresh guarantee. The fact is, it just doesn't get any fresher than this. That's why we say, start fresh with Food City.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Coming up 6:30 tonight, airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff, the Cyclones and Daniel Boone. from East Tennessee State University. Tickets are on sale, $10 a pop. Gates open at 5:30. Kickoff at 7. We'll go on air the broadcast at 6:30. Richard Van Huss, video and audio. Richard Van Huss, Cassidy Fowler, and yours truly bringing it to you. I'll tell you what, somewhere there's a Swan Creek candle because, man, it is smelling so good in here. I guess maybe they're burning one back in the Florida department. Man, it smells good. It's got like a vanilla, kind of a pumpkin smell to it, scent to it. Man, it is, I don't know where it's at, but I guess it's back there where they've got it in the Florida department, like I said. It is very, very nice. All right, School Bucks. Take a look at that real quick. Food City School Bucks donating $700,000 in cash through Food City. By the way, I wanted to tell you, I know I printed it off and brought it. Let's try to find it. Food City, the Eastern Kentucky flood relief. You know, they had the floods up there a couple of weeks ago. We raised money. Gosh, where's that press release? I want to tell you, it's like $388,000. It's unbelievable what they did. It's here somewhere. Let's see if it's down in here. It's not down in here, but this is. Let me tell you about this. School Bucks. Link your value card online at foodcity.com. School Bucks to start earning cash for your school. It's a no-brainer. Why should I register my value card in support of a school? Every qualifying purchase after registering and using your value card entitles your chosen school, of which you choose it. You get on there and go down through and find a code for the school of your choice. The more points, thus a greater share of the School Bucks Awards. The more qualifying purchases, the more participants in support of your chosen school, the larger the School Bucks check at the end of the year for your school. And then you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. That's the cool part. Food City hands you a check. If you want to buy microscopes or kickballs or, I don't know, toilet paper, copy paper, pencils, crayons, whatever you need, they do it for you. They just they present a check and you spend it like you want to spend it. A lot of places, as we say every week, will give you money, but they'll tell you how you got to spend it. Food City says, here's the money, you do with as you want. So there you go. And it's really it's a no-brainer. It's a really neat thing. And so we salute Food City for doing that each and every year. And this year it's $700,000. And here's the old mantra. Somebody's going to get it. Might as well be your school. Somebody's going to spend this money. They're going to get the checks. They're going to spend the money. Might as well be you. Hello, Karen Jenkins. Hello, Betty Lacey, William Welch, Carl Wilson. Connie Helms, thank you guys for watching the show. We're live here at Food City in Boones Creek. Top 25 college football will start chronologically. The early games tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Number 23, Wake Forest will be at Vanderbilt. Number 15, Miami, Florida, hosting Southern Miss. 16th ranked Arkansas, home with their SEC opener against the South Carolina Gamecocks. Top ranked Alabama will play Texas at 12 o'clock tomorrow. Arkansas State at number 3, Ohio State. Number 18, North Carolina State will host Charleston Southern. Those are the 12 o'clock games. And the 1 o'clock hour, Utah, the Utes hosting Southern Utah. Utah 13th in the country. At 2:30, the upset of the day, Notre Dame going down. The Marshall Thundering Herd at number 8, Notre Dame at 2:30 tomorrow on NBC. Maybe I'll be somewhere to watch that for a little while. I'd like to watch some of that. 3:30, Tennessee and Pitt on ABC. 24th ranked Vols and 17th ranked Panthers will play in Pittsburgh. Again, Pitt is a 6-point underdog, or the Vols are 6-point favorite, whichever way you want to look at it. 19th ranked Wisconsin hosting Washington State. 5th ranked Clemson hosting Furman tomorrow. Also, you have at 3:30, number 6 Texas A&M, the Aggies home to Appalachian State. Number 2 Georgia hosting Samford. Also in top 25 football tomorrow afternoon, number 25 Houston, the Cougars at Texas Tech, the battle of the Red Raiders. 14th ranked Michigan State hosting Akron. Again, we talked about this in 2 ranked teams. 20th ranked Kentucky will be at number 12 Florida tomorrow night in the Swamp at 7 o'clock. Number 7 Oklahoma hosting Kent State. 22nd ranked Ole Miss home to Central Arkansas. Number 10 Southern Cal at Stanford tomorrow night. 11th ranked Oklahoma State taking on Arizona State. 4th ranked Michigan in the Big House tomorrow night hosting Hawaii. And then a battle of ranked teams, number 9 Baylor and number 21 BYU. Also, again, East Tennessee State plays at the Citadel tomorrow, and then tomorrow night it'll be Virginia Tech hosting Boston College. So there's your college football schedule for this Saturday, September the 10th, 2022. It's going to be some good football games. So we got a good one tonight, folks. Woo, can't wait. Elizabethton, Daniel Boone. That's going to be a dandy. An old-fashioned slobber knocker, as they say. Going to be good. Coach Lunsford joins us coming up next year. We'll take a break, get right back, and Coach Mike Lunsford of the Hampton Bulldogs will join us next year, get his take on tonight's game and their big backyard rivalry with Cloudland. We'll do that right after this time out. We are live here again, as we said, at Food City in Boones Creek on this Friday on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. On to Dr. Justin Smith from Physical Therapy Services. Folks out there may not know. Tell us what it's all about. What's PTS all about?
So PTS is all about just getting people back to the things that they enjoy, the things that they love. Whether it is the athlete that's wanting to get back to playing on the high school, collegiate, even the professional circuit, or it's maybe the grandmother that just wants to be able to hold her grandchild without her shoulder hurting, or her neck hurting, her back hurting. So from womb to tomb, we've got you covered, whether it's the pregnant female that's having some sort of pelvic floor back pain issues, all the way up to the individual that just wants to be able to get out of a chair again, and everything in between, we got them covered. So we've been in business since 1980. We're the oldest private practice in the state of Tennessee. We're still going strong, and we will continue to be successful because we do things the right way. And ultimately, we take care of the patient that's in front of us. And as long as we do that, everything works out well.
Social media, how do we find you?
So we're on Facebook, Physical Therapy Services. All you got to do is just look up Physical Therapy Services or Physical Therapy in Elizabeth, and we should be the first thing that pops up. So yeah, that's the best way to get in touch with us. You can call us, email us, 543-0073 or ptsstaff@yahoo.com. With any questions or issues that you have, we'll point you in the right direction. If we can't help you, we know the people that can.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, folks, making it go, Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show, the good folks at Physical Therapy Services. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's go to the phone. We're live here at Food City in Boones Creek. Let's go to Coach Lunsford, who's in Hampton, the land of the Bulldogs, top-ranked Hampton Bulldogs, might add. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, absolutely. We want to promote these kids. I mean, this is our future. We got to promote them, whether it's Hampton or Cloudland or Dobbins-Bennett or Crockett or whoever, Unicoi County. We got to promote them. In this case, it's the Hampton Bulldogs. So you tell me off here, you're down 27-8. You flipped the switch. You scored 28 unanswered. You beat them 36-27. What a turnaround for Hampton football. Tell me about it.
Well, I thought a lot of it was, my fault in the first half. I told the boys on Monday, I said part of being a leader and being in a leadership role is being able to admit when you make a mistake or you mess up. And so we felt like as a coaching staff we didn't have the best game plan going in the first half. And, we went in at halftime and, we chewed a little butt. There was some things we needed to get better at, needed to do a little better, but we also switched scheme, made a switch at a couple positions and changed scheme just a little bit. And, we was able to hold them to 8 total yards in the second half, which was, very good for our defense. And, just the grittiness that it takes to be down like that and just continue to play hard, it says a lot about your football team.
You held them to 8 total yards in the second half, is what you said?
Yes, sir.
God. Coach, that's pretty good defense. That's a smackdown, my friend. So we always do this, throw out some kids that you were very proud of last Friday night for Hampton Bulldog football.
Well, defensively, especially in the second half, Elijah McKinney made 2 or 3 plays that were just unbelievable. Plays where he was a little bit beat and then found a way to get over there, hustle plays, and went over there and made it, broke the ball up, broke the pass loose. Shaden Oliver had 2 or 3 sacks in the second half and played really well coming off the edge. We had a lot of kids that stepped up. Jonathan Greeneville was a kid that played unbelievably well. He kind of kept us in the first half, had an interception there right before half and returned the ball all the way down to about the 5-yard line. It was about a 90-some-yard interception return that really kind of kept us in the game, kept us within striking distance. And then he had a big 62-yard touchdown run in the second half, too. So, he made a lot of plays for us that kind of just kept us intact. Levi Lunsford carried the ball 26 times for 170 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, you can't say enough about him. But we felt like he really came on as a blocker in that game. Gino Carrico's a kid that a lot of people's not going to talk about. He's not going to have big stats or big numbers or anything like that, but a lot of the stuff that we do, Gino's smart enough to make sure we're getting the right people blocked. He calls out a lot of the calls and does a lot of things to make sure we're in a good situation, good position, and, we can't say enough about what he does for us.
So you go across the state line, you're down 27-8, you score 28 unanswered points, which obviously is 4 touchdowns, and so you win it going away 36-27. You get on the bus, come back home, and now tonight You've got the old backyard rivalry, although I think it's been pretty dominant by you guys over the last several years. But still, the rivalry's built in. Cloudland's coming to town tonight. So what's the scouting report on Coach Benfield's ball club?
Well, they're going to model the coach. You know, they're very tough, physical, hard-nosed football team, just like Coach Benfield is. And he does a great job of teaching them up there. Does a great job of coaching. They're going to be a physically, fundamentally sound football team. They're not going to beat themselves, and they're not going to put themselves in bad situations. They're going to make you play hard enough to beat them. And you know, I think that's the measure of a good football team, is a team that, you know, they're not star-studded with athletes here and there and everything else, but they're gritty, they're tough, and they're hard-nosed, and they find a way to win.
Yep. So I ask you this every week, and you know what's coming. The keys to win this game tonight. Hampton again hosting Cloudland. The rivalry's there. It's going to be an electric atmosphere. The weather's going to be really not a steam bath like it was last weekend. It's going to be very probably much more comfortable, I guess, for the fans and the players. So having said all that, with the atmosphere and so on and so forth, what's the keys for Hampton to win tonight?
You know, it's very different from last week. Last week, you know, we had to get a good pass rush, and we had to guard several really good wide receivers. And this week, you know, Cloudland's perfect game is for them to not have to throw a pass. They're all like us, you know. And so getting them in bad situations as far as with the down and distance, you know, I think we have to get good stops on first and second down and get them in third and long situations where they have to get out of their element and do things they don't necessarily want to do.
There you go.
You know, we're going to have to, you know, the third and 8 for them is a tough thing as much as it is for us. So to get them in those situations would be to our benefit.
There you go. After tonight, I know you're not looking on my head, but for my benefit, who do you play next week, Coach?
We got Happy Valley next week.
Happy Valley. So it's hard for me. I mean, I was talking about this early in the week. You know, Elizabeth only has 9 games, so after tonight, we will be a third of the way through the season. I mean, you wait,
right.
And I guess you do too. All the coaches, you wait, you get through dead week, summer workouts, conditioning, and you start the season, and boom, here it is, week number 3. And it to me, just once it gets started, it's like a blur. Is it to you all too?
Oh, absolutely. Well, you got so much going on Monday through Thursday that you blink and it looks like the next Friday. It's game time. You know, as a football team and a football coach, I'm sure everybody feels the same. There's just not enough time in the day to prepare for everything that you need to prepare for and to get better at all the things that you need to get better at. And you know that we're fortunate to have a team that still, you know, as good as we've played, we still have a lot of areas that we can improve in and show a lot of improvement.
Spoken like a true coach. Sir, as always, thank you for your time. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you next week, all right?
All right, thanks so much.
Yes, sir. Good man right there. Michael Lunsford, love talking to that guy. I've met him once. Met him one time. He came to Chick-fil-A, last summer, I guess it was. So I've had a chance to meet him one time. And so I think the world of him. And obviously his kids do too. They respond, and they, from everything I was told, and of course I'm not following Hampton football like I do the Cyclones, and everything I was told, it was a rebuilding year. But you're number 1 in the state, and you're clubbing people like you're clubbing them. So I don't know if it's a rebuilding year or not. Probably more like a reloading year for Hampton Bulldog football. But anyway, thanks for Coach joining us. Jeff Beverly's going to join us coming up here in just a minute, talking Tennessee-Pittsburgh. They run down some of these specials again. These are the deals for days, today and tomorrow. And so let's use this top part of the back side of the paper. And you can see where it's going to be Oscar Mayer sandwich meat for $5.99, Valdalia onions for $2.99, maple glazed ham $6.99. Again, that would be the maple glazed, Dietz & Watson maple glazed ham, $6.99 a pound, cut anywhere or sliced any way you want it. Thin or thick for your sandwiches or your needs. Macaroni salad for $2.49, made fresh in the deli every day. Craven and Flavor Pizza today and tomorrow, 3 for $10. Coffee Mate Coffee Creamer, $2.99. You have Snapple, $4.99. And then you also have the Pittsburgh Grands Biscuits for $2.49. All that going on today, tomorrow at all Food City locations. And don't forget, take that value card and link it up. Link your value card online at foodcity.com. /schoolbucks. Go down through, and every school in 5 states has a code. You just type in whatever school you want. Every time you swipe your Food City value card between now and next May, you get points going to that school, and points turn into dollars. And then at the end of the school year, Food City will go and present checks to the principals, and they go spend it like they want. So it's a no-brainer. If Food City gets the foot traffic, obviously, for the shoppers, we get to save, and the schools get the money. It's all good, all 3 folks. Nobody, it's all good for everybody. And so appreciate them very much. Quick break. We'll talk Jeff Beverly, talk Tennessee football on the road tomorrow. They're probably already there, I would think, flying into Pittsburgh, getting ready. And so we'll take a look at that right after this timeout. We are live here again at Food City in Boones Creek on a Food City Friday, 6:30 airtime. Cyclone football right here. Video, audio at East Tennessee State against the 7th-ranked Daniel Boone Trailblazers. On our buddy Joseph Taylor, Ivy Hall Nursing Home. What's going on at Ivy Hall right now?
Yes, sir. Ivy Hall, we're accepting long-term or short-term admissions. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, all insurances. We'd love to have you. You come out, you need some rehab, we'd love to help you. We got private rooms for rehab people. We can get you in, take care of you, send you home, and the food is absolutely out of this world.
Types of rehab you guys do?
Yes, sir. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, respiratory therapy, and like I said, short-term or long-term residents. Yes, sir.
Yep. You also are looking for help?
Yes. I'm looking for RNs, LPNs, CNAs. If you want to be a housekeeper, laundry, kitchen, we're hiring. All departments are hiring at Ivy Hall.
Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Social media, how do we find you?
Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or ivyhallnursinghome.com is where you go to fill out an application to work.
Love promoting these folks right here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It is the one and only right here in Elizabethton, Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's go to the Ponies. Our buddy Jeff Beverly with the Tennessee-Pittsburgh preview. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Good afternoon, Tom. Doing well. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful. Before we get into that, let's go down some of these other games involving the Southeastern Conference. Alabama, Texas. You like the Crimson Tide? You like the Longhorns in Austin tomorrow?
I think I heard Doug Fritz say earlier. It's you can't pick against Alabama right now. They're too solid, top to bottom, special teams, whatever. They're just too much, and Texas is still it's very much in its rebuilding phase for sure. So, yeah, Alabama, I think, went that easily.
In no particular order, Missouri plays at Kansas State tomorrow. Actually, they are. That's chronologically, these are the early games. 12 o'clock, Missouri, Kansas State, Mizzou, or Kansas State at Kansas State?
Mizzou's struggling a little bit. They struggled last week a little bit with Louisiana Tech. Kansas State's had some decent teams at times over the years. Playing in Manhattan will be a much tougher task. I think Kansas State will pull that one out.
The 16th-ranked Arkansas, Southeastern Conference opener against South Carolina tomorrow. What's one of the 12 o'clock games at Razorback Stadium? The Hogs at home or the Gamecocks on the road?
Well, Arkansas looked much better in their opener than South Carolina did. Arkansas beat a good Cincinnati team, who was a playoff team last year. Very good performance by Arkansas, and really they probably didn't play as good as they can. South Carolina struggled, and we talked about that a little bit last week. Georgia State, you got to watch out for those kind of teams coming in to open the season. South Carolina struggled and pulled away a little bit there at the end, but they had to block 2 punts for touchdowns to get their winning margin. So, I don't quite think South Carolina is going to be up to the task, especially at Arkansas. I think Arkansas wins this by 10-14.
Texas A&M, the Aggies, in a 3:30 game at Kyle Field hosting the Appalachian State Mountaineers from nearby Boone. So you like the Mountaineers in the upset or Texas A&M?
Well, I'd love to take App State going down there. They had an unbelievable game against North Carolina. I don't know if you had a chance to see that or not, but they scored 6 touchdowns in the last quarter. It was just an unbelievable game, and then went for 2 for the win and didn't get it, and then had to go for 2 again a few seconds later to tie it and put it in overtime. Didn't get that either. So, had they won the North Carolina game, if they would have been riding high, you may give them a puncher's chance to go down there and do something. But they've got to be so deflated after not pulling that out last week. Hard to get them back out to go on a big road trip. I think A&M probably wins this one.
Georgia, number 2 Bulldogs, 4 o'clock at Sanford Stadium against Sanford. I'm going to make – both are Bulldogs, of course. I'm going to make the prediction it's a checkbook game for Georgia. They'll beat them as bad as you want to beat them.
Absolutely. Yep, you're right.
22nd ranked Ole Miss, Central Arkansas. Maybe the same thing there, too. This is the night games now. This will be at Ole Miss, the Rebels, and Central Arkansas. Going to go Ole Miss all the way on that one. Here's one.
I think so.
Billy Napier in Florida get that big win over Utah last week, so now they vault to number 12 in the country. 20th ranked Kentucky will go there and play them tomorrow night at 7 o'clock in the Swamp. First time these two teams ever played each other. They both were ranked at the same time. Kentucky and Stoops gets the upset, or the Florida Gators, behind their quarterback Anthony Richardson, they prevail tomorrow night. What do you think?
That's going to be a really, really good ball game. Yeah, I don't think Utah's quite as good, perhaps, as their preseason ranking was showing. And with that, they had a fumble at the goal line in the third quarter, and then they threw the pick there at the end of the game when they had a chance to tie it with a field goal. And you just don't make those kind of mistakes, especially on the road. So I wasn't real impressed with Utah in terms of their quarterback play, in terms of their play selection. Florida did great to win the game, but I think that was more of a case of Utah losing it more than Florida winning it, although Anthony Richardson just had a fantastic game. Kentucky struggled. We talked about South Carolina. Kentucky struggled with Miami, Ohio. I think it's 13-10 at halftime. And then they returned the opening kickoff in the second half for a touchdown and sort of put it away. But, Kentucky maybe looking ahead a little bit to Florida. Be a tough game. It's going to be a really hard game. I think it's a toss-up. Whichever team makes the fewest mistakes will win that game tomorrow night. It wouldn't surprise me to see Kentucky go on the road and pull that upset. They have a little more experience dealing with Anthony Richardson than Florida and Utah had coming all the way across the country in the Swamp. So I think Kentucky may pull the upset tomorrow night.
It's interesting. I'm sitting there thinking when you were going down this list. When was the last time we did these predictions and Auburn or LSU were not in the top 25, but they're not? Auburn's got San Jose State and LSU's got Southern University. These both SEC teams win tomorrow night, you think?
I think so, although it'll be interesting to watch how LSU bounces back after that heartbreaking loss Monday or Sunday night to Florida State. Both coaches, I think, made numerous mistakes in that game. It was a rough start for Brian Kelly at LSU for sure. Hopefully they'll stay in a tailspin until Tennessee can get through there in a few weeks. But both those games should be easy for those two teams. But it'll be interesting to watch LSU how they go these next few weeks.
Mississippi State at Arizona tomorrow night, 11 o'clock at Arizona Stadium. Bulldogs or Arizona at home?
A little Pac-12 after dark action out there. Yeah, that's going to be interesting for them to travel that far west. I don't know when the last time they've done that, if ever they've gone that far west to play an away game that wasn't a bowl game. So Arizona is not very good, I don't think, this year. Mississippi State, maybe a little bit underrated with this year with their more of a balanced attack, perhaps, than what people are thinking. I look for the Mississippi State Bulldogs to go out there and secure that road win for them tomorrow night.
Well, the biggest upset of the day will be tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 at Notre Dame Stadium. 8th-ranked Notre Dame going down. The Marshall Thundering Herd, my alma mater, going over there, and they're going to be like a Swiffer, just mop that bunch up over there and kick their tail and get on a plane, fly back to Huntington. So are you with me or are you not with me? The Thundering Herd with the big upset at Notre Dame.
Oh, I'm with you. Absolutely, 100%, Tom. Roll Herd.
I'm trying to keep a straight face, but I'm pulling. I got to pull for my team. That's where I graduated from. Yeah, so.
Absolutely.
And if nothing else, they get beat, they'll still get a big paycheck and head back home. So, all right, you're Narduzzi, the head coach at Pitt. You pick up the paper on Tuesday morning. The top 25's out. You're 17th in the country. Tennessee's coming in 24th in the country, and yet at home, and I'm ranked higher than my opponent. I'm a 6-point underdog. I would think that's all over the bulletin board up there for this game tomorrow at 3:30, again in Pittsburgh. So break it down. What do you think? Panthers, Tennessee, what do you think about tomorrow, big guy?
I think it'll be a good game. Interestingly, this will be the fourth time in 5 years that Heupel has gone against Narduzzi. And his offense was at UCF or at Tennessee last year. They scored at least 34 points in every game against them. So, I think now with Hooker and some of the offensive talent, of course, Tillman coming back and some of these new guys, I think Tennessee's offense is just going to be just too much for Pittsburgh tomorrow. At least I'm hoping that. And I think that too. I think Tennessee will score above 40, maybe not 45, maybe about 42, something like that.
Really?
Coach Heupel's had a real good success against Narduzzi. And remember last year was the game where Tennessee really wasn't in a groove yet against them last year. Milton started the game and got injured. Hooker came in and took him a few series really to get going. Then they had a late game goal line stand down there against Tennessee with a sort of controversial spot on one play. Then they threw the interception later in the game, but that scored 34 last year, and Tennessee really wasn't in a groove yet. So I think they'll be able to make the offense click. I think they'll have just enough defense. They don't have to worry about Kenny Pickett this year. He was phenomenal in that game last year, really with his running as much as just throwing, scrambling, getting out of trouble. He had a couple of big runs for third down conversions in that game last year. I don't see Slovis maybe being quite as fleet of foot of that. So overall, I think Tennessee will go up there and take care of business and really set them up for a fantastic September. I look for Tennessee to win 42-31.
All right, Slovis goes for 308. That does not bother you. He threw 308 against West Virginia, so that's not bad. And then also who was the runner? Rodney Hammond, 129 all-purpose yards. Keaton Slovis passed for 308. Pitt's line allowed 5 sacks, so there's one problem maybe for Pitt's football team. But on the flip side, Tennessee got no sacks against Ball State. So is that problematic for both those two teams tomorrow? Could that be a problem?
I don't think so. I mean, Alabama didn't get any sacks in their game either, and there's a lot of teams that didn't have sacks in their game. Tennessee didn't. They really blitzed about once or twice. Even the first play of the game, they brought an outside linebacker, and it resulted in a turnover. It wasn't a sack, but he was hitting the quarterback right as he threw it. There was 3 or 4 times they did that. And Ball State had a really quick passing, quick out type of passing attack, so it's not going to get the kind of drops and stuff you're going to get that's going to lead you to some sacks. So no, the fact they didn't have any sacks last week really didn't concern me. They were pretty vanilla with their coverages. I think you'll see a lot different attack tomorrow from the defense. But West Virginia wasn't looked to be very very good this year. They weren't ranked very high. I think they had their projected wins of 4 or 5, something like that. So for them to play Pitt essentially even, and then to Pitt to get the sort of the lucky bounce on the interception there late in the game to turn it for a touchdown, that was the difference in the ball game. It was 31-31 until that unfortunate drop or tip by the West Virginia receiver that led to the pick six. So, I think Pitt had a couple of injuries too. I think one of the running backs went out, probably not going to play tomorrow, and then their defensive end is out probably for tomorrow's game too. Although they had a good guy come in and replace him as well. But Pitt's front seven's pretty solid. But I think if Tennessee can keep that at bay and keep Hooker upright, I think they'll put enough pressure on Slovis maybe to force him to a few mistakes. I think they do a lot of seven-step drops in this offense, so I think that's going to be a little more Tennessee's advantage to keep him back in the pocket and put pressure on him, which I think they will.
So Heupel comes out as a coach and says, quote, they're physically mature. All right, you analyze this as nobody else can. So what does physically mature mean when a coach says that about the other team?
Well, they've got a lot of senior and upperclassmen that have been in their system. They've had the same system now for a while. Narduzzi's been there for a few years, so they're well advanced in their program and well advanced in teaching their techniques now for the 3rd and 4th, 5th years or whatever to these seniors and upper class juniors. So I think they are mature from the standpoint they've had a consistent program, a stable program for a while, not had a lot of upheaval like Tennessee has had in the recent years and other programs they've gone through. So I think they've had a stable situation. Of course, they won the ACC last year. So they're a solid team. They're a solid program right now. But I just think Tennessee will have too much speed and too much offense for them tomorrow. But, yeah, they're a good team. They're a respected team and a game that, a mistake or two either way could turn the tide for sure. Tennessee can't go up there and lay the ball on the ground and throw it around. And they've not been a team that's done that. So I don't think they'll start tomorrow with that. But, should that happen, definitely could flip a game like it did in the Pitt West Virginia game last week.
So last week you said 56-17. I said 45-10. The final score is what, 59-10 Ball State? Is that right? Yeah.
59-10 against Ball State, right?
All right. What'd you say for tomorrow? What'd you say the final score is going to be?
I said 42-31.
42-31 UT. All right.
Right.
I've got 38-17 UT. So.
I like yours even better.
Yeah. So I think Hooker's going to click it. I think it's going to be a good football game tomorrow. Again, the X factor, the intangible, is the fact, when you're dealing 18, 19-year-old college guys and you pick up the paper and you're a 6-point underdog on your home field and you're higher ranked than the team coming in. See, that would make me spitting mad. Will that get these guys jacked up or not?
Yeah, but I think you can't depend on something like that to get ready for a game.
Oh, no.
You're defending your home turf for sure. But what's interesting is the game started out like a 3 or 4 point favorite for Tennessee. Well, even earlier, Pitt was favored back early in the summer. And then going into last week, Tennessee was like a 3 or 4 point favorite. It got fed up to about 7. I think it's back down to about 6.5 now. So obviously, a lot of people laid money on Tennessee to cover that. So it kept increasing until it started evening out, with the bets. So yeah, I mean, if Tennessee covers that, then that means they've won by a touchdown plus, and that would be a very respectable, very solid game to go on the road and take care of like that.
There you go. Our buddy Jeff Beverly, thank you, my friend. You do an awesome job. So you got them 42-31. I got them 38-17. Either way, they're flying back to Knoxville 2-0, and that's a good thing. So who's up next on the schedule? I don't have it in front of me. Who do they play next week?
Well, they play Akron next week, which shouldn't be too much of a challenge for them. But then they get the SEC play after that. Florida comes to town, then a trip to LSU, and then back home for Alabama. So, they get a bit of a respite next week, but then it starts for real for sure.
Yep, we start playing big boy football in 2 weeks. So next week is the Akron Zips, and then the Gators come to town. Enough said there. Jeff Beverly, thank you, my friend. Great breakdown of all the teams and everything we looked at. Thank you, sir. We'll talk to you next week, and go Vols, all right?
That sounds great, Tom. You have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Yes, sir. Good man right there. Excellent job. Man, oh, man. Not only is he a brother in Christ, he's a good friend, and the rascal can break down a football game, too. I like it. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll get ready to wrap this thing up. We're getting ready to head not too far away. Getting ready to head to we're getting ready to head over there yonder to East Tennessee State and get ready for a little football game tonight twixt the Cyclones and the Daniel Boone Trailblazers. Talk about that right after this break on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy where they get to come in, sit in the chair, see how they get pictures of their teeth and get their teeth brushed with a little silly brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful, and getting to see the kids and grow up with them. It's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
How about new furniture for only $1 a day? At Cannon's, you can get your new furniture for about $1 a day and pay no interest. Over 700 items for only $1 a day. Plus, it's all in stock. No waiting, and you could be enjoying your new furniture tonight. Come to Cannon's today and save.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Take a look at girls soccer from yesterday. Around the region, it was Dobbins win at Blanking Crockett 9-0. Sullivan East beat Westridge 3-0. University High stops Elizabethton 3-2. Also yesterday, Chucky Duck over Morristown West 4-0, and Hardin Valley beat Greeneville 3-2 in girls soccer. Volleyball from yesterday, Sullivan East beat Unicoi County 3-0. Science Hill, Morristown East. Science Hill wins at 3-1. Dobbins beats Crockett in volleyball 3-0. Westridge blanks Daniel Boone 3-0. Tennessee High shuts out Elizabethton 3-0. We'll be streaming Tuesday night. It's going to be a dandy. Sullivan East and Elizabethton Tuesday night at John Treadway Gymnasium. And then Volunteer blanks Johnson County in volleyball 3-0. Today, Crockett, Westridge will be playing the Rocky Top Classic in Sevierville. Tennessee High's in the Choo Choo Classic in Chattanooga, playing some out-of-town competition, of course. Golf from yesterday at Warriors Path, Westridge, Volunteer, University High in that order. Westridge won it. Low score was Wyatt Cochran for Westridge. Volunteer shot a 162. Tucker McLean shot a 35. He's the medalist in that one. And then University High, their best was Garrett Gentry, who shot a 40. That was on the boys' side. On the girls' side, you had Westridge, Volunteer, and University High. Again, Westridge, Arabella Laughlin shot a 46. She was a medalist. Madeline Hewitt shot a 54 for Volunteer. And Quinn Scheller, hope I'm saying it right, shot a 46, University High. She, too, was a medalist there as well. Then at Graysburg Hills, it was a dual meet between Greeneville and Dobbins Minute. Greeneville wins it, shooting a 161 as a team. Dougie Fazell. Yeah, Dougie Fazell shot a 33 to medal for Greeneville. And Blake Adams shot a 41 to be your top golfer for Dobbins Minute. Again, Greeneville won that one, 161 to 175. Racing this weekend, of course, truck race tonight. Tomorrow is the Xfinity race. And then on Sunday will be the Cup race. Again, all that at Kansas Speedway. We talked about that early in the week, so it's going to be a big weekend of racing. So that is what's happening there for the NASCAR scene in Kansas. And again, right now, nobody won last week in the playoffs. So right now, points-wise, Joey Logano is your top man right now heading into that race this weekend. The Hollywood Casino 400. That'll be coming up again, and that'll be, as we said, this week, and that will be coming up on Sunday. I was trying to get, and we will get this. We'll take a quick break, come right back, and run down Virginia sports and get ready to get out of here. We're live here at Food City in Boones Creek on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Right back after this, one of our great sponsors, the folks from American Import and Auto Repair. And don't forget, we are now on, I think we've already told you this, but there we are. We're now on YouTube on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So we love that. Be sure and go that way. If you can't get us on Facebook, go again to YouTube or go both places and check us out. Back after this with Virginia Sports. Hey, Tim Smith, again, one of the great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So it is spring driving season, preventive maintenance. Got to take care of your vehicles. You just have to take care of your vehicles. Preventive maintenance, what are some of the things you feel like we need to take a look at and make sure on our vehicle on an ongoing basis before we have to bring it in here when something's bad happen?
If you haven't had your oil changed, I would get the oil changed now. That's very important.
There you
go. When you bring it in, we'll check your battery, make sure that it's good and safe. Make sure if you're going away from here, you don't want to get stuck in, North Carolina somewhere and without anybody you know around and get your car stuck there. So that'd be good. Starting to get a little warmer. Some of the things that are important is AC. The older I get, the more important it is. I kind of like that. So we can take a look at your AC. We can put a thermometer in there and check the ducts and see what it's supposed to be coming out there and check that for you. We can do an AC service on all the different types that they have out now. We were up on all the new stuff. The YF1234. We can do services with that as well as some of the older Freon.
We're talking to Tim Smith, the owner of American Import and Auto Repairs. So batteries go bad in the winter. Batteries go bad in the summer. Tell us about that.
The cold cranking amps in the winter is very important. But you go through a hard winter with one and it's most of the way gone. Then you start getting hot, it will give out on you. So it is as important in the heat as it is when it's cold. And more on mileage and time. 3 or 4 years. 4 years is a good number to change your battery. That's what I do on all our vehicles. I would not tell somebody else to do it, something we wouldn't do to ours. So every 4 years we change a battery, even if it sounds good, even if it's time.
Open Monday through Friday from when to when?
Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30.
Yep. Social media, how do we find you?
You can find us on Facebook at AmericanImportAutoRepair.com and on the interweb.
On the interweb. Last question, you're the owner, what separates, do you feel like, American Import Auto Repair from other auto repair places around the area?
I would say technicians. We have 6 technicians, and they are all very good. We can do anything from an older vehicle all the way up to a brand new one. We have the technology, and our technicians know how to use that technology to fix your car.
Here you go. One of our great sponsors, folks, American Import and Auto Repair, located in John City, between John City and Jonesboro. Phone number is 423-913-3111. American Import and Auto Repair, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Big Country, and this is
Just Tom, and this is the Big Country Sports Show, and we say,
Go Cyclones.
Cyclones. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, it's running down for you, Virginia. Before we get out of here again tonight, you've got high school football, Gate City, the Blue Devils at Abington. Gate City trying to get their first win of the season. Abington at 1-1. Union will be at J.I. Burton tonight. Wise Central, Ridgeview, good one there, both unbeaten. Ridgeview and Wise Central, both 2-0. You have John Battle at Holston tonight. Virginia High, the Bearcats go to Patrick Henry and get going with that one. You have Bland at Rye Cove tonight. Unaka across the state line to play at Twin Springs and Nicholsville. Lebanon will be at Eastside, and Thomas Walker playing host to Castlewood tonight in high school football in Southwest Virginia. In Tennessee, let's get this party started. Let's get it rolling. We're ready to roll. Crockett at Dobbins Minute tonight. Science Hill goes to Knox Powell, take on the defending state champ. Morristown East at Campbell County tonight. Knox Falls, by the way, happy birthday to Campbell, the pride of Campbell County, Mark Fowler, the pastor at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church. What is he, 57, 58, something like that today. Happy birthday to Fowler, Pastor Fowler. I'll probably hear about that. Knox Falls, he's in his 40s. Knox Falls at Jeff County. Heritage, William Blunt. Cherokee, the Chiefs will be at Clinton tonight to battle the Dragons. Tennessee High at Carnes. Cock County at Seymour tonight. You have Johnson County at Sullivan East. Unicoi County at Happy Valley. Chucky Doak plays at Granger against the Grizzlies. Claiborne and Northview Academy. As we talk to Coach Lunsford, Hampton hosting Cloudland tonight at 7:30. Unaka at Twin Springs and Jellicoe at North Green. The two big ones tonight, I would think Greeneville at Morristown West, top-ranked Greeneville in 4A in the state. And Morristown West, number 10 in the state in 5A. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff. And that will be, again, they'll be at Morristown West at Burke-Tony Stadium. Then our broadcast, Elizabethton and Daniel Boone at East Tennessee State. 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff, video and audio tonight. Can't wait. Richard Van Huss, Cassidy Fowler producing it. And we'll bring you the play-by-play tonight. Looking forward to it. Last week I know you don't care, but I had 15 states saying and watching the game, man. It's so gratifying, I'm telling you. There's people sitting all over the country in Las Vegas and Sacramento, California, Dallas, Texas, and Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and Southport, North Carolina. Down in Florida at starts with an M. Can't remember the name of it, but anyway, Melbourne, Florida. So, I mean, they're all over the place. Cannot thank you enough. We'll do that again tonight. Again, on audio and on Facebook. We're looking forward to that tonight. We'll do that, and we're going to bring it to you starting at 6:30 with a 7 o'clock kickoff tonight. The Cyclones and the Danville Trailblazers. Hey, Jacob, how you doing, buddy? Doing good? There you go. Jacob's in there working. One of the checkout guys, if you will. And so we, again, will encourage you to get signed up for School Bucks, folks. It's very, very simple. Go to foodcity.com/schoolbucks. Link your value card online to start earning cash for your school. Again, it goes through next May, $700,000. Food City is going to put in somebody's hand at different schools. Might as well be your child or grandchild or whomever, your friend's kid, or however you want to do it. Might as well put it in their school and let them spend it as they want it. It's a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. So, and all you got to do is go there. Hello, Susu Bishop. How you doing, lady? And Kathy Lyles. Hello, young lady. How are you? Thank you. All you got to do is go there, and again, as we said, it's very simple. Go to foodcity.com/schoolbucks. Start earning cash for your school. The School Bucks Challenge. And then every time you purchase something at any Food City, wherever you are in the 5 states, you swipe that card, it goes right to your school. Well, how do I get my school in there? When you go to schoolbucks.com or foodcity.com/schoolbucks, there's a list of schools. You go in there and pick the school. Each one has a code. Type it in. Takes you 10 seconds. Type in the code, and then every time you swipe your Food City value card, it goes to School Bucks, and you get a chance again to earn money for your school. Can't beat it. And then the cool part is when they present those checks at the end of the school year, the schools can use it for whatever they want to. It's not earmarked for anything but what they need. It could be, I don't know, mops for the custodians. It could be kickballs. It could be microscopes. It could be copy paper. It could be anything you want. And that's the beauty when Food City hands that check over. Use it as you need it. Can't beat it. All right, out of time. We sincerely thank your viewers. Back at it again. We'll join you not that far from now. 6:30 coming up in about 5.5 hours. Be right back with you from East Tennessee State University. Again, the Cyclones and Daniel Boone ready to get after it. 37th meeting. The Cyclones lead the series 35-2, but Boone says tonight it's going to be our game. And, of course, the Cyclones say, tonight we're going to get our first win of the season. So it's going to be an electric atmosphere. I can't wait to see the Betsy Band. And the Boone Band will be there, too, I think, but I know the Betsy Band's going to be there. Can't wait to see Mr. Valentine's Rock'em Sock'em. Man, they were awesome last week, the band down in Greeneville. We were across the way. They were on the visitor side, and you could hear it coming through our headsets the whole game. They were loud, and they were proud. We'll see them again tonight again. And we'll see the Daniel Boone Band. I've not had a chance to see them, so look forward to seeing them too. Here are the Mums. Again, check these out. $5.99, getting ready to pop. Look here, some of them still ready to open up. They've got burgundy, they've got red, they've got white, they've got yellow, and they've got beautiful Mums, again, at all the food cities out on the front porch. It's that time of the season to transition to more of a fall colors and certainly fall flowers, and the Mums are right there to do it. There you go. All right, out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Back at it at 6:30. Coming up tonight for Cyclone football. Until then, for all the folks here at Food City and Boones Creek, wrapping up show number 1,698. You know what we're going to tell you. Be sure and go to church on Sunday and worship the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, because he is worthy. He deserves it. For what he's done for us, the least we can do is go to church. And the least we can do. Oh, Psalms 91:2. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God. On him I lean and rely, and boy, do I ever. And in him I confidently trust. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, and on him I lean and rely, and in him I confidently trust. Psalms 91:2, verse of the day. Good way to end it. Bloom where you planted, as we always tell you, win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 1,698, number 1,700 coming up on Tuesday. Can't wait. See you back here at 6:30 for Cyclone football. From Food City and Boones Creek, we say win or lose.